Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm your host, the Supreme Litigant, and I'd like to welcome everybody back to my channel. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscription button, hit that like button, and turn that notification bell on. I'll give y'all a second to do that before I begin. All right, so let's just jump right into this. Today, I'm going to be showing y'all how I do my legal research. Excuse me. And the websites that I used, the tools that I use to do my legal research. My go-to is this website right here, which is Casetext. I litigated my entire federal lawsuit by myself using this site right here. So, how do you use Casetext? First off, this is the website right here. Just disregard all of this stuff back here and just type in casetext.com. So how do you use the website? Casetext is just like Google. It's a search engine. So what are you looking for? Let's say if you're trying to figure out how to beat summary judgment on qualified immunity grounds, you would type something like this: motion for summary judgment, qualified immunity. And cases, well then, let me show you. Just hit enter again and just make it pop up again. But anyway, that didn't work. Okay. Well, let's do, we're going to do it like this. Since I already know the words, there are key words that you have to use when you are doing your legal research. So you want to type in my opinion, if you're trying to figure out how to beat qualified immunity, you would type in, I would type in something like this: reasonable officer, summary judgment, qualified immunity. And you would just hit enter. And cases will pop up. So when a police officer is entitled to qualified immunity, he may be awarded summary judgment. This is just case law. And in support of that contention, what I just read, you'll see this right here. That's a Supreme Court case. So you would just scroll down until you find cases in your so-called particular state. Just scroll down, and what it'll do, the words that you used up here in the search engine, it'll highlight them within the case. It'll highlight them. Let's see, and I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do it like this. So I'm gonna take this out. Okay, because sometimes you can make it a little too wordy, and you won't get the cases that you really need. So we're gonna make it a little shorter and try another search. Oh, that's too short. Reasonable officer, qualified immunity. I'm gonna say denied and see if we can get something like that. Something like that. Okay. Now this stuff you have to be. I would say it is technical because you have to use these words, these keywords, to know what to find the exact cases that you're looking for, and you're going to have to do some research. So let's say when you find a case, then when you're on Casetext, when you find a case, let me read this right quick. We therefore hold that the operative complaint alleges facts that allow us to draw the reasonable inferences that the officers are liable for the misconduct alleged. So they have, cases in support of their contention right there. Denying qualified immunity to officers who directed attendees of a political rally toward a violent crowd of protesters. Oh, wow, that's crazy. So now let's say you want to read this case. Okay. If you don't have a trial membership with them, I'm gonna show you what I mean. This is what's gonna happen. Now they do offer a free trial. Start your 7-day free trial to read cases, which is good, but 7 days is just not long enough for me. So this is what I do. They do offer the a way around it. So what you do is you copy this case right here. And make sure you have the right case, because sometimes it'll give you the wrong case. Hernandez versus City of San Jose. So you copy that case right here, and it'll pull it up right there, and you click it. And there's the case right there. You can literally scroll through and read this entire case. And you can download it in PDF format. It's going to ask you for your email and all that stuff, but you can get that case downloaded for you. Casetext is very, very, very good in my opinion. However, sometimes there are cases on Casetext that are cited within cases like this that you see, but the case citation is not hyperlinked. So when you click on it, it's not going to take you. You can't click on it and it'll take you to that case. So when stuff like that happens, this is the website that I use. Where are we? This one right here. Now this website right here, y'all, it is priceless. It's priceless. There are a plethora of case laws on this site, and they go all the way back to probably maybe the high 1700s. I think that the lowest I've seen was probably around maybe 1806, 1800, something like that. But I think they go a little further back than that. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So let's say you are in, we're just gonna pick a so-called state. So I'm gonna randomly pick, what is this? Kansas. Okay, so we'll click Kansas. Okay, so these cases in Kansas, they start from 1858 and they go all the way up to 2016. That's in the Kansas reports. In the Kansas appellate reports, they start from 1859 and go all the way to 1901, and so on and so forth. This stuff, let me show y'all what I mean. I'm gonna go, if you are in Kansas and you want to know, the law in your particular so-called state, this is what you need to do. You need to just start with the first volume. The first volume is going to start in 1858. You click that volume and you just started reading these cases. I promise y'all, if y'all just do this and just go and read these cases that you think that are relevant to to learning whatever you want to know, it will blow your mind away, because they just flat out just told you shit in these cases. They didn't really sugarcoat any damn thing. And they're not, in my opinion, they're not as difficult as the cases are today to comprehend. So I'm gonna do this as an example. So we'll click this. Now some of these words in this case, they'll be misspelled and something like that, which I don't like. So to bypass all of that, see this right here where it says PDF, you can click PDF. Somebody in Kansas, whoever, I don't know who it was, they scanned this case for you. They scanned it out of the book, the actual book that it was in. They scanned the case. It's 11 pages. Okay, it says Section 1 of Article 1 of the Constitution for this state provides that the officers of the executive department shall be chosen by the electors of the state at the time and play blah blah blah. So somebody filed a motion for a writ of mandamus. So I'm sure if you want to learn about the elements that you need to allege in your petition to secure you a petition for a writ of mandamus to get that petition granted, this is going to allege something like that in it. It should tell you what you need to know. I'm just guessing. I haven't read this case, so I'm just guessing. You need to make it bigger. Just do this. You just scroll down through it. Scroll down through it. This is how you learn law. And the more cases you read, like from the older to the newer, you're gonna start seeing changes from maybe from them using statutes. They're gonna change the names of the courts, so-called courts anyway. What else? They may cite cases that are not even in Kansas. They may start citing cases from England in support of their arguments because these cases are so old that they didn't have case law established at the time when they established these courts, if that makes sense. This is a great website, y'all. You can get almost any case that you want. It's just like going to the damn law library. And if you go to a law library and you picked up this book, this case out with this case citation, let's see what volume is. This is volume 1. So if you picked up volume 1 and turned it to page 17, you would find this case. Volume 1 right here, Kansas, page 17. You would find this case, and it's going to look exactly just like the way you're looking at it on the screen. This is a great website, y'all. It's great. As a matter of fact, there's a case that I could not find on here on Casetext. It was on Casetext, but it wasn't hyperlinked, so you couldn't click on it and it take you to the case. I found that case on this website. So let me go back and let me show y'all what the website is again. All right, case.law.com. Well, case.law, I'm sorry. This is a great website, y'all. It is great. See where it says 360 years of United States case law? That is a long damn time. And when I tell y'all there's a lot of cases on here, there are a lot of cases on here. As a matter of fact, that's why I found a lot of these old Alabama cases that I cite in my videos. That's where I found them from. When I couldn't find them on Casetext here, I went to this website right here and I found it. And I downloaded the case. As a matter of fact, there's a video I'm about to do. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one right here. I'm gonna do this one after this video. This is going to explain to you admiralty jurisdiction. This is a Supreme Court case out of California, if I'm not mistaken, and it's going to explain to you admiralty. This case is, however, it's not that old. Wait a minute, is it? It looks like it is. It must be the wrong. Oh, no, I got to check and make sure that I have the right case. I think this is the right case. But this is from 1855. I think this is the right case. It's from 1855. So another tool that I use to do my legal research is Google Scholar. I like Google Scholar, but then I don't. Because they don't really have the cases on there that I need. I think I forgot to. I did. I forgot to show y'all something else. So let me pause on Google Scholar right quick, and let me go here. Okay, this website right here. I'm going to show you how to use this website right here. So this is the same website, just to let you know. So. It works just like the other site, Casetext. It's a search engine. Okay, and since I know admiralty courts are civil law courts, I type in jurisdiction, admiralty, civil law. Because I'm still trying, I'm just like y'all. I am still putting pieces of the puzzle together. Because it seems like they just scatter these pieces of puzzle every damn well. But I did a time period on when I wanted to the cases that start from 18, to the 1900s, something like that. Because the older the case, the better, in my opinion. And it got me 1,535 cases. So I've been scrolling through this. This is actually where I found this case right here that I'm gonna do a video on right here. This case, I actually found this case from doing research using these little keywords right here. So I might need to look like, let me see. When you read these cases, some of this stuff would just blow your mind away. They made this stuff now, like in the modern cases, it's very obscure and it's vague. They might throw you a bone every now and then to where you can understand a little of it, but it's like they just not gonna say enough to where they're going to fully substantiate what they're talking about to let you know what they're talking about. It's like they're just speaking in codes, which I hate because they just get on my nerves with this shit. But anyway, as you can see, I'm just scrolling through. Now, the words that I have up here, let me show y'all again. You're going to see jurisdiction, admiralty, civil law. You're going to see these these 4 words all throughout the cases. They're going to be in bold. See that? They're going to be bold. And then when you see something that interests you, you just click on the case. So I just saw something else. What was it? Let's see. Is that state and federal courts concurrent admiralty jurisdiction given by statute or proceeding under the civil law, state on federal courts concurrent admiralty jurisdiction, maritime liens enforcement. I want y'all. Yeah, I can't wait to do this video. I'm gonna point this out right quick. See where it says under the Judiciary Act of 1789, the courts of the United States have cognizance of all civil cases of them, admiralty and maritime. The reason why I'm telling y'all this is because, one, that U.S. District Court is an administrative court. It's an inferior court. It's a legislative court. Okay. What else was I gonna say? They've also merged all of the rules together in that court too, because like I told y'all before, all of the courts were separate courts. They had their own rules of procedure. So what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is the federal rules of civil procedure are applicable to admiralty proceedings and maritime proceedings. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. They've merged all this shit into one court, so you don't know if you're dealing with a chancellor, you don't know if you're dealing with an administrator, or you don't know if you're dealing with a true member of the judiciary. They just hid this shit because all of it just pretty much functions the same way, but it's just different procedures. But I don't want to get too off point. But yeah, just to let y'all know. So let me go to, that's enough about that, just to show you how to use it. Well, let me click on here because I do want to show y'all this. So it's the same thing, y'all. When you click on the case, here it is right here. This is United States District Court for the District of Missouri. How old is this case? This is 1856. So that U.S. District Court for the District of Missouri is that old. That's an old ass courthouse, so-called courthouse anyway. All right. Now keep in mind that errors are made when these decisions are held back then. Sometimes they make errors because I know some judges are probably, they may get mad at me for saying this, or some attorneys who's watching my channel, they're probably going to get mad at me for saying this, but these judges, they don't really know this shit, man. That's why they call them opinions and not facts. As a matter of fact, that's why these judges are doing, they're just repeating what the other judges are saying. That's it. That's it. And that's why you also see dissenting opinions, because nobody fucking knows. They just, honestly, they just really just made all this shit up, y'all. They really just made it up, to be honest with you. That's essentially what they did. It has its benefits, but it also has its disadvantages as well, in my opinion. So back to this. So if you wanted to, read this case, you just hit PDF. That's what I would do. I would hit PDF. It's about 5 pages long, and then you would just read it. You want to make it a little bigger so you can see. That's too big. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. You can learn a lot of stuff. I might need to save this for my damn self. Under the Judiciary Act of 1789, the United States courts have cognizance of all civil cases of admiralty and maritime jurisdiction, exclusive of the state courts. So that means that the state courts don't really have it, except, so here's an exception, as to the common law remedy. So what that essentially means, in my opinion, is there is a depending on the facts and circumstances of the case, there may be a common law remedy within the jurisdiction of admiralty. And if it is, then you can get that remedy in the state court, if you wanted to. It says the common law remedy existed before the Constitution and the Act of 1789 and is by the latter saved, not given. A common law remedy is a remedy by action at law. Notice they don't say in admiralty, in equity, in maritime. They at law. That's what at law means. Common law. And it is not a proceeding in realm against a thing or against the vessel. A proceeding in realm is not a common law remedy. The admiralty and maritime jurisdiction of the United States in realm is exclusively in United States courts. But anyway, I'm not going to, get all that. But y'all can see just how good these cases are, even though they're so old. Let's go. Let me get up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save this case. I gotta save this case. Where is it at? I'm gonna title this Admiralty Jurisdiction Must Read, as a reminder for myself. And it's saved just like that. So back to, I'm gonna get to the Google Scholar part. Where is it? I was looking at some laptops. Yeah, okay. I already had that case anyway, so we'll go to Google. Google Scholar. Google Scholar works the same way, y'all. It's go here. Hit case law right here. And then let's say you want to type in maybe Fourth Amendment jurisprudence or something like. We're gonna say now we'll type in probable cause is a mixed question. We'll do that. Probable cause is a mixed question, and here you're gonna see it. To a reasonable suspicion justifying a stop of probable cause, blah blah blah. It is properly characterized as a mixed question of law. So basically, you would click this right here. Click a case that interests you. It's the same thing, y'all, and you just read it. This case is from 1996, United States Supreme Court case. So let's see if I can find. I'm gonna pause the video and see, because I don't want to bore y'all. So I'm gonna pause the video right quick, and I'm gonna get back to it. All right. So just to let y'all know, this is the same case. You can see the case citation right there. It's the same case. So if you would, you're trying to understand what it is, probable cause or reasonable suspicion is, or whatever. I think it starts talking about it about right here. So articulating precisely what reasonable suspicion and probable cause mean is not possible. Well, damn. They are common sense, non-technical concepts that deal with the factual and practical considerations of everyday life on which reasonable and prudent men, not legal technicians act. As such, the standards are not readily or even usefully reduced to a neat set of legal rules. So it's just providing you some context with how they do it. So they're just trying to figure it out, I guess. But anyway, that's how you use Google Scholar. Now, obviously, if you wanted to, did I go down somewhere? Where did I go? If you wanted to, read the cases, that the hyperlink cases, you would just click on them and it'll pull the case up for you. And there you go. This is how I do my legal research. Some of these cases, they're going to be so on point and relevant to your cases that you can literally just copy and paste some of the arguments into your case with very little editing. Attorneys do that all the time. They're paralegals, because attorneys don't really do the work for real, but their paralegals do that stuff all the time. And if they're lying to you, if they tell you they don't. But anyway, I think this was a pretty good video to give you an idea of how I do my legal research. So hopefully this helps y'all. That'll be the end of this video. The Supreme Litigant is out. Peace.